Hey guys, how's it going? Today let's play a game of Gwent, the Witcher card game. So this card game originally was kind of like a mini game in The Witcher 3, which some of you may have played, but now it's become like a standalone card game. And it was released in 2018 as a free-to-play on GOG. And this is kind of my first time playing this game. It's kind of an interesting card game. It's very different from other card games. So it doesn't use a mana system. You can only play one card per turn, and the creatures and monsters don't attack each other. You just win by having more points on the board at the end of the turn. So it's pretty interesting. So these are the story mode quests, and you can go to the arena, journey, deck builder. So, alright, so this is the deck builder, and I have my monster starter deck, which is what I chose, but you can unlock all these other decks as you play the game. So there's Skellige, Nilfgaard, Northern Realms, Scoria Tail, and I chose monsters. You can also load all these decks and see what's in them, right? And here is the cards that you can craft. So just like in Hearthstone and other digital card games, Hearthstone actually is the one that kind of made the digital card game popular, right? Like even Magic the Gathering, which was the original trading card game, kind of copied Hearthstone with MTG Arena, right? So everyone's just basically copying Hearthstone, and you can craft cards, right? So here, you can see the craft cost, the mill cost, which is what you get back if you decide to, if you don't like the card. Transmute, I'm not sure what this is. I think maybe it's you want to use it towards getting another card or something. I don't know. This cost right here is the main cost of the points, I guess. So again, in this card game, it's a little bit different. There is no like mana cost per se, because there's no mana. There's just the points, right? So yeah, basically just the higher number, the better. There's a recruit cost. You can have like a total recruit cost on the deck. It can't exceed a certain number, but generally you just want the higher number, right? So it's kind of simpler that way. Just play the thing with the higher number and make your guys as high number as possible, since they can't really fight directly on the battlefield. You can only attack creatures indirectly using like a spell or an ability. You can't attack them directly. So these are tactical advantages. Ability trigger manually player. Okay. I'm not sure if there's any sort of faction in here. Like in Hearthstone, there's different classes, right? In Magic, there's colors. Let's see. I'm not sure if there's different factions in here like there are in other card games. I think it's all just you can just play any card. So, oh, here's factions. Okay, never mind. There is different factions here. Okay, my bad. So there are different factions as well, just like in other card games. So like in Hearthstone, you have different classes. In Magic, you have different colors, right? And in Gwent, you have these factions, which are neutral, which are the typical cards that any faction can play. And then you have the monsters, which is my deck. I chose the monster deck. These are different creatures and different spells that the monster faction can play. So let's take a look at some abilities. Deploy is basically battle cry in Hearthstone. So once you come onto the battlefield, you do something like that. Spawn creates creatures, I guess. Thrive, it gains an ability. It gains like 1 power or 1 point every time you play an additional monster with a higher power, I guess. Magic has a similar ability. I'm not sure if it's keyworded. I think it might be. I just forget the name right now. But yeah, that one grows over time. Death Wish is the same as Death Rattle in Hearthstone. So when it dies, something happens. Doom, that's interesting. Spawn. Yep, Consume is destroy a unit to do something. Order. Ability trigger mouse, that's an activated ability, I guess. Barricade. Armor. Okay, interesting. So yeah, this is a monster faction. There's interesting cards here. Death Wish. Dominance is the ability triggers if you control the highest unit, which is the highest cost unit, I'm guessing. Wonder if there's like legendary cards in here or mythic or whatever. Okay. Yeah, so let's look at the Nilfgaard class, which I don't have yet. I could have chosen this class, but I didn't. Let's see what's in this. Seems like more of a human type class, right? Death blow triggers this ability, destroys a unit. Okay, that's kind of forget what this ability is called now. The other games do have this ability as well, though. Create. Huh. You can create your own things. Melee. So there's two rows. There's a melee row, which is the first row in the board, and then there's a second row that's a ranged row. So there's actually two rows in the board, and I'll show you that once I play the game. Assimilate. Okay. Let's look at the Northern Realms faction. Formation, vitality, armor, charge, inspired. Huh. Very different from the inspire ability at Hearthstone. Another human type class, or faction, I mean. Zeal. So Zeal's kind of like haste, I guess, or charge. You can do something immediately. Except there's no attacking directly in this game ranged. It can only be used on ranged row. Okay. Certain units can only be used in certain rows, or certain abilities only trigger on certain rows. So that's really interesting. Okay, this is Scotia Tail. Again, this kind of like an elvish class, I guess. Yeah, elf units. A lot of elves in this class. Harmony. Boy, spawn doomed. Okay. Right, so that's kind of like an elvish class. The Skellish. Let's look at this class. Okay, the humans in this class too. Discard. Okay, and then look at Syndicate, which is also a human class, but it's kind of the evil human class, I'm guessing. Sounds like it anyways. I guess this would be the black color. Profit. Interesting. Fee. So fee is triggers by spending memory points. Interesting. Okay. It's kind of like paying life in Magic. Banish. Whoa, Insectoid. Insanity. Huh. There's some cool abilities. Coin. So this has a lot to do with paying life, I guess. We're paying coins in this case. Intimidate. Intimidate, that's also a Magic keyword as well, but this one's different, obviously. Poison. Huh. Okay, that's also a interesting ability. Poison, that's also in other card games as well. So yeah, different classes here. You have, looks like 7 different classes here, which is actually quite a lot. Yep, and color bronze and gold. So 2 different colors. And these are the different card sets right now. I'm assuming that expansions will be added as time goes on. I mean, this is a 2-year-old card game, so there's still lots of time to grow. It's a journey. Geralt. Journey story. Oh, this is the premium content. I guess it's DLC you have to unlock. I can do that. Let's do play, classic mode. Let's play some of that. Actually, maybe we can do, this is playing against other people maybe. Right? Let's see. 10. Training, let's just play training. I don't think I'm good enough to actually face actual people yet.
Any last words?
We'll just do training just for the purposes of showing you guys how this game works. I don't think I'm good enough to kiss actual people yet. Alright, so let's see, we can have a mulligan here. So if you don't like some of these cards, you can basically mulligan. get better ones. So I don't like the low cost ones, right? You want to get as high cost as you can. So this one, I start out with this special card that can use itself once, and that's it. This one will summon a copy of itself. So let's see, we get 6 power. And again, this number here is basically what matters at the end of the turn. And you have 2 rows here. You have, this is attack row, you have a ranged row here that I guess different units have different abilities depending on which row they're in. And then you have a special ability here. So boost an allied unit. So you give it a shield charge, so you can use that. I think if you have enough abilities here, I think, yeah, you can. So sometimes you can use these abilities, special abilities. Okay, that's cool. And yeah, this is the range row. This is the attack row. Okay, whoever has the most points wins the turn, right? And then at the end of the game, I think it's whoever passes, like whenever both players passes, or whenever both players run out of. So I think it's whenever both player passes or when one player runs out of cards in their deck. That's when the game is over. Yeah. So card advantage is mainly the thing in this game here. I think it's not about having enough mana. It's not about you know, saving up your mana to summon the most powerful creatures, because you can only play 1 card a turn, so it doesn't really matter the amount of mana you have. There's no concept of mana. It's just card advantage. The more cards you have, the better. That's main advantage here. You just play the biggest cards in general. And you can't attack each other. There's no attack phase. The only way to destroy or affect your opponent's creatures is to use abilities on the cards. Okay. Destroy and boost self by 1. Okay, that's why. Assume an allied unit. So the only way to really affect your opponent's creatures is to, or to damage them, is actually just to use your cards, right? It's really the only way. So use that, and then assume a unit, damage a unit by 5. See, so this is a way to like damage your opponent's unit. Do that, and then I gotta make sure my points are more than the opponent's at the end of the turn. That's what really matters. Okay. I'm still ahead, so that's good. Damage a random by 2. Consume an allied unit. Boost a unit by 2. So I can also use this, boost an allied unit by 3, and give a shield charge. So I can do that. So that's my special ability. Let's do that here. Okay. So it's using my special ability, and I can do that. And I haven't played a card yet, so I can still play a card. Let's see, what does immunity thrive? Immunity means can't be targeted. No. So 31 to 16, I think I'm winning here. Should be good. Alright. It's now line by 3, so let's do that. I can use it right away since it has Zeal, which is the same thing as haste in Magic, right? Or charge, right? In Hearthstone. Use it twice. There we go. 37 to 22. $35. Wow, he upped his points a lot. Okay. So damage enemy unit by 2. So this is actually a 4-point swing. Deploy boost an ally unit. This is a 4-point swing. Oh, it's a Death Wish's ability. Let's see if I have any. I don't think I have. These are 4-point swings as well. Doesn't really matter here, I guess. Oh, I'll probably use this Death Wish, right? Yeah, I'll use this Death Wish. And I'll eat it next turn, so it'll trigger the Death Wish, which is a Death Rattle ability, right? Death Rattle ability.
Come to me.
Whoa, that's close. Yeah, no attacking each other, which is really weird. It's weird to play a card game where you don't attack the opponent's creatures. Whoa, it's so close, 47.9. Wow. Okay, do I have a Death Wish ability here? No, I don't, unfortunately. Oh. Oh, tied. Oh, this guy's only worth 1 though. Consume a unit from your opponent's graveyard. So consume destroys the unit, boosts itself by its power. So is there any way to view the graveyard here? So 2 and 3. Now I have 2. Okay, so I might want to consume my opponent's graveyard because he has a more powerful guy. So 2 and 3. Oh.
Freedom. I long for freedom.
Oh, come on. Oh my god, lost by 1. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I don't want this one. It's pretty good. Yeah, of course I'm gonna play the 9 guy first. Yeah, we're good. Oh man, what's that? Okay, don't want that. It's for the late game. That's actually not good. Even? Oh man. See, he had that card. Okay. Let's see. Dominance. There. This. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of guys. So increase that. I should have dominance now, right? Is that the highest power unit? Nope. I guess I don't. It's weird. I think I would have dominance. It's not. 12. What? Dang. Next time I'm going to consume this. So let's consume that. Summon a harpy. You control the highest unit on the battlefield. Is dominance not working? Because I am controlling the highest unit on the battlefield, right? 14. So it's weird that I don't have that ability trigger.
Turn back. Turn back.
Okay. Didn't trigger Death Wish ability. Okay, let's trigger that. Wow. 60. I can match him, right? Oh, 61. Oh, I beat by 1. Wow. 1 by 1. That's close. That's close. Next rounds get harder because we only get like a few cards. The first round we get a lot more cards. Then the second and third round we only get 3 cards. So it's a lot harder. Consume a unit from your opponent's graveyard. Consume a unit from your graveyard. Damage unit by 5. Actually, that might be good. Let's consume something. Let's consume the 7. Let's consume 9. Kill that.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
Oh. Oh no. Oh no, he might win. Oh, 23. Darn it. No more cards. Spawn a heartbeat, summon to this row. Damage each row by 2. Death Wish. I need something to consume this, I feel like. Yeah. Oh, they both died. Five. Not good. Oh, barely won that one. All right. Yeah, finally I won. That was close. Yeah.